Today, Kaf B'Tevet, 20th of Tevet, is the day of the Azkara, the day that we commemorate and remember the passing of the Rambam, also the passing of Rabbi Uriel. So first of all, what do we do in order to remember and commemorate? So the night before, as we know, the Jewish day starts from the night. So today is Monday, so from Sunday night after sunset, we light a candle for the neshama, for the soul of the rabbi. And of course on that day, from the night and throughout the day, it is appropriate to study from his Torah, from the books that he left for us. So I thought today to share some of an idea from the Torah of the Rambam. So first of all, about the Rambam, I'm sure a lot of people know, in English we call it Maimonides, big name. He was also a doctor, and he was an interesting personality. Started by studying Torah only, and then when he had to, he started also learning to be a doctor, and then he became a doctor of the king in Egypt. Salahuddin was the name, and that's how he supported himself. And interesting to know that one of the people that wrote to him something, he asked a question, he needed help, and he didn't get it as soon as he wanted. So the Rambam replied to him and told him, look at me, from the early hours of the morning, I'm taking care of the king and his family, and then I have to take care of the community, and all I have for myself and my Torah is a few hours at night. And to look at what he did, the achievement that he had, is something on one side is surprising how much one person can do. And once I have the book in front of me, once you read, it's just like every word is delicious. Every word contains a lot of message, the way he does it. And we should on one side appreciate, but also take advantage of what we have, our rabbis that we can learn so much from, become better people, and so on and so forth. So today I will quote from Hilchot Da'ot. So the Rambam starts. He has a series, a book that's called Mada, and in the Mada there are a few topics. So here we are going to go to what's called Mada, which is science. What if we translate it to word by word to modern Hebrew is science. But he speaks about a few topics over here. He speaks about Yesodei HaTorah, the essentials of Torah, and then he speaks Hilchot Da'ot, opinions, how a person should think. Then he goes to Talmud Torah, that people have to study Torah. He talks about many ways, like that a city has to have people teaching Torah. And then it speaks about Avodah Zarah, like going off the way and leaving Torah. And the idea that I wanted to hear on the first chapter that he brings in when he speaks about opinions. So he says there are many people that in the world, and each one thinks in a different way. Some people, he says, that are smiling all day. Some people are annoyed all day. Some people are feel of themselves. Some people are very low key. They don't feel. And so on, and he brings a lot of opposites of types of personality. And then he says that if a person has the ability to be in the middle, and being in the middle is when the way he says it, it's not using those extreme sides. Being in the middle, not to be too soft and not to be too tough. Not to laugh all day, but not to be upset all day. So be in the middle, and sometimes you go off to whatever you need. So he says if it's something big, that a child does something dangerous, for example. So let's say it this way: a father should be na'im. He should be nice in the house. A child does something dangerous. Yes, of course, it's time to be very upset. A child talks to mommy not nicely. Yes, of course, a father should be very upset. A child did something silly, and the father should laugh with him. The father should, so just each and every one of us, even in the office, people are working. You can't be too tough on the people. You can't be too soft, because you need to do what's right. But now the question is, how do you know what's the middle way, the golden way? And the most beautiful answer that we have is anything that you want to know about doesn't just come like that. We have to sit and study. So the moment we have, first of all, now we know how to achieve whatever we want. Now there is, where do I find material to study about these things? Usually, who would talk about, becoming a better person? And by the way, like I thought when I prepared what to speak about today, I see that each and every one of us is at a different situation, and some people might have to use different methods more than others, meaning some people work, they have 20 people under them, and he works in the market. It's very different than if you work in a college where it's more quiet. I don't know, you work in a library somewhere. It's much more quieter. You say things a little lower than normal. It's accepted already. Which versus the market, where there is a lot of commotion going on, a person might have to scream more often than somebody else. But nevertheless, if he knows I'm only doing it just to use it, it's a tool, but it's not me. That's good. And the same thing with all other things. And again, so I think that what we need to take home today is that learning is the most important thing. We should find time, even when you're busy, to put a class on and let just play, on your phone, and while you're doing stuff, you listen to something, and then that wakens up our thoughts, and it makes us think, do I do this, or who speaks to us about mortality, about to be moral and ethics and so on and so on. So those are usually who does it, rabbis. So Be'ezrat Hashem, we should adopt and develop a little bit jealousy to look at books, like series of books that one person did. What am I going to leave in the world? So Be'ezrat Hashem, we should all do our little thing, study our beautiful Torah, and always stay in the middle way and the golden way. Realize what is our middle way, our golden way, and have a day-to-day enhanced atmosphere in our homes and better lives altogether. I wish you all a great day, and may the neshama of Rabbeinu Rambam and Rabbi Yaakov Abu Hatzira תהי נשמתם צרורה בצרור החיים.